Hello, we're here and well. As I was saying, probably this is going to be a short one considering it's the extra episode. Just finishing the first row and see if we get one more of the unlocks. So I made a Jesok one with two Emmas, one a bit more into damage, and this one restoring the light with this because it's going to get +1 power anyway, so by technically it is a one cast page that gets a 429 as long as I have the energy. So it's going to be prioritized, and we have draw and a bit of restoring light. Which this one also draw, restore light, and Wrath of Torment is going to get a +2 power naturally, +1 for being a 3 cost, and +1 for the balance dices. Hanafuda that was in this one, I just got rid of one the 2 cost that was discarding a page for putting another cycle. Maybe I actually need not to think about it. You know what? Fine. Try to and one Valentine's with binding arts because continues to be at least decent values. But it will be a 7 to 17. And it's going to lower this cost, so it's going to end up hopefully in a 1 cost, as long as we can draw it and the extreme edge that is his signature card, I say. We go.
안녕들 하신가? 1등석에 계신 분들.
Why, hello to passengers in first class seats.
여기를 타려면 둥지 사람 기준으로 2달치 월급이 필요하던가.
It takes twice the monthly wage of an average person in Tennis to afford a seat in this carriage, I hear.
뒷골목 사람은 싸게 쳐도 1년을 꼬박 일해야겠군.
That means someone in the back streets will have to work hard for at least a year for it.
난 워프 열차에 대해 예전부터 참 궁금했어.
I have always had some pressing questions about warp trains.
고작 10초 만에 도착하는데 우등객실이 무슨 소용인가 싶었지.
For example, what is the point of first class seats when the trip supposedly only lasts 10 seconds?
그래도 돈이 좋긴 하네.
I guess it's worth the expense after all.
이렇게 곤히 자고 있을 수 있다니.
You can sleep without a care in the war.
뒷칸에서는 미칠 듯한 시간을 견디기 위해 자기 몸을 찢고 도려내어 고통으로 버티려는 자도 있고 서로 살을 맞대어 이겨내려는 사람도 있는데 말이야.
All the while, the passengers in the carriage behind us are defenseless against the maddening tide of time, trying to overcome it through the pain of tearing their own flesh or the comfort of conjoining with one another.
나도 굉장히 궁금했거든. 특이점이 무슨 별천지 기술이길래 아무리 멀리 있어도 정류장만 있으면 10초 만에 도착할 수 있는지.
I have always wondered what kind of outstanding technology singularities could be to transport people to any platform in only 10 seconds, no matter how far it is.
여기서 대략 2000년 동안 시간 썩는 걸 보니 대충 알겠더라고.
I know I get the gist of it after seeing how this train been going for about 2000 years.
나는 어떻게 멀쩡하냐고.
Me? How I'm staying sane, you ask?
뭐 그건 단원들 덕이지. 저 성깔 들어온 엘레나 녀석과 나는 실제로 일주일 정도 있었나.
Well, it's all thanks to my fellow members of the ensemble. That hothead Elaine and I have actually been here for only a week or so.
펄로토 말에 의하면 의식을 필요할 때만 해리에서 보존한다나 뭐라나 하더군.
Pluto says our consciousness can be preserved in stasis and unfrozen only when needed or whatever.
마법이니 뭐니 해도 어쩌겠어. 믿어야지. 이러니 저러니 해도 지금은 동료니까.
He says it's magic and all, and well, I got no choice but to trust him. He's my co-worker now, all things considered.
뭐든 간에 이곳에 있는 놈들 보면 참 불쌍해.
In any case, I pity the fools taking this train.
도착하면 고통 속에 몸부림쳤던 몇천 년간의 시간은 기억에서 사라지고 현상 보존 절차를 거쳐 아무 일 없었던 것처럼 일상으로 돌아가는 거잖아?
Thousands of years of pain and suffering, and it's all long gone from their memories when they arrive. They return to their ordinary lives like nothing ever happened after a status restoration procedure, isn't that right?
야, 역시 워프 열차야. 비싸긴 해도 빠르게 다른 곳으로 갈 수 있다니.
Whoa, warp trains are awesome. It's kinda expensive, but I can get anywhere in such a short time.
세상 참 좋아졌어. 어디든 순식간에 갈 수 있잖아.
It's a wonderful world. We can go everywhere in the blink of an eye.
따위의 말을 하면서 이곳에서 겪은 지옥도를 까마득하게 잊고 다시 도시의 일상에 녹아들 테지.
Uttering such remarks, they will blend back into the city life, completely forgetting about the hellscape that took place in this train.
친구 가족 사이도 긴 시간이 흐르며 흐릿해져 서로를 죽이려고 안달내고 본인의 자아 따위는 이미 까마득한 곳에 퇴적했는데
The memories of trying to slaughter their own friends and families, as all bonds were blurred over time, having lost themselves long ago.
그걸 다 잊게 해준다니. 특이점이라는 것은 하나같이 참 역겹고 똑같군.
And all of that is conveniently erased from their heads. It's astonishing how singularities are so uniformly appealing.
게다가 너희 돈 있는 놈들은 그마저도 두려웠나 보군. 몇천 년간 이렇게 안전한 곳에서 편히 잠들어 있다니.
And yet you rich folks are scared of even that. So you doze off in your safe space for thousands of years.
뭔진 몰라도 분명 귀띔을 들은 거겠지.
You must have heard a word of advice from some acquaintance of yours.
웬만하면 1등석을 타라고. 아니면 워프 열차의 진실을 아는 놈들이 있는 건가?
That you will be much better off taking first class seats. Or some of you are already aware of the truth behind warp trains, perhaps.
그건 또 그것대로 아이러니군. 이 지경이 될 거를 다 알고 탄 거잖아.
That will be irony in its own right. You decided to take this train knowing what will happen.
아, 이 열차가 고장났다고 생각하는 멍청이들이 있을 것 같군.
In case a certain foolhardy individual or two are still believing that this train is broken or malfunctional.
고장나지 않았어. 제대로 작동하고 있는 거다.
It's not defective. This train is operating as intended.
대충 감이 오잖아? 아예 다른 시공간 축에서 몇천 년간 헤매다 현실로 돌아오니
You get the hint by now, don't you? Strolling around in a completely different time-space axis for some thousand years, and when it comes back to reality,
짠! 10초 후야.
ta-da! It's 10 seconds later.
기나긴 시간을 돌아서 오는 대신 현실에서는 딱 10초.
Taking
그
long
때는 이만한 게 없겠지?
roundabouts through time loses to 10 seconds in real life. Sounds like a perfect ride for people who are in a hurry, doesn't it?
어디가 진짜 자신이 사는 곳일까?
What is your real life, though?
30년 남짓 살아온 세상과 몇천 년간 갇혀 살던 세상.
The one you were living for some few decades, or the one you've been trapped in for thousands of years?
기억을 잃고 예전으로 돌아간다면 그건 축복일까? 저주일까?
If you lost your memories and returned to your ordinary life, will it be a blessing or a curse?
알게 뭐람.
Who cares, really?
아, 그것보다 내가 가장 궁금한 건 이거야.
Moving on, my biggest question was this.
뻔뻔하고 지레맞게 놓여있는 이 T4 마크가 떡하니 박혀있는 상자.
This box with T-Card's logo on it, so shamelessly and ridiculously, and nonchalantly on board.
대체 이게 왜 열차에 박혀있나 싶더라고.
I was wondering what this thing was doing blow into the train.
조금 머리 굴리니 대충 상상이 가더군.
Well, I could roughly guess why after being a bit of thinking.
어따 대고 혼잣말을 조곤조곤 읊조리는 거야?
The hell you're doing, quietly muttering lectures to yourself?
입버릇하고는.
You are coarse with words as usual.
당연히 이 너머에서 우릴 보고 있을 관음증자 분들께지.
And speaking to the couple of viewers who are probably watching us as we speak, of course.
아 맞아, 그런 계획이었지.
Alright, that was the plan.
일주일씩이나 이런 곳에 처박혀 있으니 좀이 쑤시는지 깜빡깜빡하네.
Being stuck on this train for a week really did take a toll on my focus.
연기 하나는 일품이던데 배우 지망생이었나?
Your acting was excellent. Were you an aspiring actress in the past?
그랬을지도.
Maybe.
아무튼 하던 거 마무리나 잘해.
Anyway, just carry on with what you're doing.
이런 정없게 굴기는.
How come?
플로토가 씌워준 이 모습도 시간이 얼마 남지 않았군.
And it seems it is this guy's Pluto gave me has almost expired now.
그럼 슬슬 시작해볼까? 부잣집 나리들?
Shall we get started, wealthy fellows?
저 뒤에 그나마 서민축에 있는 친구들에게 악감정은 없는데 너희에게는 반발심이 생긴단 말이지.
I have no hard feelings for somewhat average commoners back then. Would you look make me upset if I'm being honest?
돈 좀 더 내서 어떻게든 벌레마냥 아득바득 편하게 가보려고 한다는 점이 날 참을 수 없게 해.
The way you try to squirm your way into comfort with money, like the maggots you are, I get that hates me beyond reason.
인생 참 묘하지.
Life sure is bizarre, isn't it?
애써 모은 돈으로 안전하고 편하게 가기 위해 비싼 우등석을 타서 시간을 헤매이는 고통을 안 받을 수 있었는데 대신 새로운 고통을 받는다니.
You spend your hard-earned cash for the first class ticket to keep yourself safe and sound from the torture of time. But now, you're about to suffer something entirely
우리
else.
같은 놈들에게 걸려서 죽자. 우등석을 탔다는 이유만으로.
You unfortunately run into the likes of us and met a terrible fate. It's because you've taken first class seats.
맞아. 지질이 가난한데 운 좋게 경품 같은 거로 우등석에 탄 놈도 있을 거 아니야.
Yeah, right. Who knows, one of you might have been a piece poor, so we just so happened to win a ticket,
그래서 선택이란 참으로 미묘하고 오묘하다니까.
That's what makes choices so mysterious and profound.
난 우리 삶에 선택 같은 건 처음부터 없었다고 생각해.
I personally think there is no such a thing as choice in our lives.
누군가 짓궂고 은밀한 장난질을 하고 있는 거야.
Someone is playing tricks on us, mischievously and sneakily.
보이지 않는 실로 하염없이 인형놀이를 하고 있는 거지.
Is staging an endless puppet show, attaching invincible strings to us.
자, 그러니 시작해보자고.
Now, shall we get started?
가벼운 인형놀이를.
It's time for a little puppetry.
저 녀석이 그 인형사인가?
So that's the puppeteer, huh?
마치 우릴 보고 하는 말 같았어.
It's as if you were speaking directly to us.
저놈도 푸른 잔향의 패거리라면 뭔가 알고 있는 게 있을 수도.
If he's part of the Blue River gang, maybe he knows something about us.
푸른 전형도 도서관에 초점을 맞춘 걸까?
Could the Blue Reverberation be focusing on the library then?
그럴지도 몰라. 목적은 몰라도 정상적인 이유는 아니겠지.
Possibly. I don't know what he's looking for, but it certainly ain't gonna be normal.
목적이야. 우리가 가진 책 아닐까?
What else could he be after, other than the books we have?
어떤 책을 원하느냐가 궁금하고.
The question will be what kind of books they really want.
그나저나 1등석에 탄 사람들이 전부 휘말린 걸 알면 워프사 입장은 정말 난처해지겠네.
Anyway, Warp Corp is going to be in big trouble if the disappearance of every passenger in the first class carriage gets known by others.
그렇겠지. W사까지 이 일에 끌려오겠어.
For sure. Every corp might get involved with us at this boat rate.
이것도 푸른 잔향이 의도한 건가?
Was this part of the Blue Reverse plan?
그런 거라면 흥미롭겠네.
It would be intriguing if that were the case.
네가 안 만나봐서 그래. 직접 보면 그 또라이한테 학을 뗄 거다.
Oh, I bet your enthusiasm will turn into disdain real quick when you actually met that cuckoo. Geek.
말 못하는 손님이라.
Yes, we cannot speak.
그래도 초대장으로 도서관에 입장한 것은 너희에게도 의지가 있다는 거겠지?
Still, you managed to come to the library through the invitation. That means you must have some sort of consciousness, no?
비록 인형실에 이끌려 움직이는 인형이라 해도 말이야.
Even though your puppets controlled by the strings above you. Geek.
뭐라는 건지 전혀 모르겠네.
I have no idea what you might be saying.
너희 인형사가 원하는 대로 책을 얻고 싶다면 저곳으로 들어가도록 해.
If you want to get the books as your puppeteer so wishes, you can go through that door. Indeed. Still 50 minutes, huh? Well, yeah, this is the decks. There are going to be 3 acts and 3 floors, so you have, well, no, actually, technically, which one was the last one? This? Yeah, it's deck out, so maybe if I see, if I see from, well, I remember because they are pretty useful of these passive puppet skeleton blood dice, they will actually win clashes sometimes. So you be very careful. It's not like the, how you call it? Their names, forgot the names. Sweepers, which are going to reasonably manage, unless you get very hit hardly with. As I think about it, oh well, no, actually I can take this one, and you have dice, so it's alright. Let's begin with binding arms against this one. You can do the other one. Very okay. I'm going to cough. Weird, that's for sure. Technically I can use sharp nails and have faith it's going to manage to win the clash with the counter dice. I guess that's going to be the first time you will be able to see the counter die in the video, right? Oh, that hard. On stagger, no, maybe they do actually manage to win all clashes. Oh yeah, and I put my color in here. Yes. So it's like a dodge one, so but if it's damaging dice, it's going to be actually the damage and be reused. So it's pretty useful if you, for decks that are going to receive a lot of attacks or don't have a lot of speed. Going to take you, welcome to Crisis Life. Alright, let's begin with this one. Very low. Yeah, continues to be not as useful as Sakura. Before playing in hand, discard random pages and boost. That's the problem. You never have, because you draw 2 cards. If the card discards a page, no. If the card discards a page, draw 1 page at the start of the next scene. So let's say you discard this one, it's going to draw 1, it's going to draw 1, it's not going to draw anything. What if you don't do anything then? Let's say 1 turn. We can manage to do that, right? Rehearsal. Now let's draw 1 more. And she wait angry. He doesn't have enough yet. Let's see then. A bit of a waste of. Whoa. What draws to Valentine? $12, 3. Podemos usar un plan attack. Whenever the character makes a the random character one ring. Ho ho. Get into strength now. And another Wrath of Torment. Ooh. Well, I guess I can technically use. Fine. No, Sakura is supposed to do something. I can't really use the page with many arms. I'm going to extract fuel. No, actually, it's going to recover. So I can do the rehearsal again. No, just in case it's going to damage. I can do it like that. You may actually don't get enough emotion, so let's do it as well. Sakura. Wait, didn't gain any power, did it? It rolled the 5 naturally, not gain the red color. That means you gain power. Well, you're affected by the strength. So something's not right. Let's do it with one with energy, I suppose. So yeah, I didn't even get. I still don't think something's wrong with Sakura because it had 4 cards. 4 cards and still not managed to apply the power boost. Hey, why go against one little guy? Match. It may even stun. Let's draw. This one you have the rehearsal, so well, actually, no, it is indeed like this order. One less. Oh, roll the minimum in all. Yes, that's what happened. Close to staggering, huh? Hey. Maximum light starts singing haste. The gate's power against enemies with slower speed. Yeah, sure. It's not a swing at the that close only at the end of the scene. Whenever character makes a super attack, random characters. Well, I guess it's chance at the end of the day. Ooh, with slower speed, huh? Three match. Maybe a second one too. Let's draw with the pages and you exist, I suppose. Yeah, still not managed to make useful Takana Buddha page. Well, technically, if I use Dungeon, use Sakura and try to use it with with that indecision, it would be better, but wanted to use her special page. What's the point of a character if you are not using their cute pages? Yeah, they're not changeable now. Or if 4 plus is referring only if you have 5. I guess, actually. Is there something with a conditional? When you have a conditional cost is 3 or higher, no 4 plus, not 3 plus. Maybe it's that the reason? It's actually 5 pages. But why is only discarding 4? Did I get another team to get emotion level, just in case? I mean, I can have faith in them, but considering 2 of them are not the most crazy of ones, just in case. Don't want to make... Well, actually, if I had to retry one stage, like last time I just skipped the process, right? But still. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Automated movement, gain 2 haste next scene, and 2 to 9, well, are look values, I guess you could say. They are the values of a 3 cost die, well, 3 cost page, a 9, 8, and 7 would low minimums, so if you have the luck, it's going to be a really good one. But if not, if you're like me, it's going to be rough, buddy. The lock, oh, and this is the one with double blonde. When the speed is 5 or higher, do something crazy. No, it's just stagger the damage, right? Yes. I can use... Well, I guess I can... Can do a flash of Sana with the power of Sharpen Blade. My speedy friend. 2 haste. Really? Yeah, I guess they technically not need to consume it that fast. Ah. One of you is going to be a normal one. 3 to 8. 5 to... Funny enough. Actually, this one is important. The bad thing. I think I could try and win against this one, but maybe no. It's going to be made more hurtful than anything. It's going to let it gain emotion, and I'm probably going to lose the clashes anyways. Just getting the hit is used. Also, oh, pretty close there. It was an 8 to a 9 the 2 times. Shame. But yeah, funny enough, the simple puppets without conversation or anything are the strongest in the row. Well, I guess Emma too, but because Emma is alone, he's the only one getting the +1 power. Well, these guys, everyone is getting the +1 blunt power. I can do in cover now, friend. What about that? Oh, the 2 are attacking. We can in cover first this one. Just get the hit of this. I'm going to get long block die, so at least it's going to receive it completely. 6, alright. Flashing strike range. There's a flying sword, so you're not doing anything, friend. Which fine, I guess. It's wet. It can be somewhat free as long as managed to upgrade level emotion, and I was happy face. Yeah, endure, only 2 damage. Another flame saw. Welcome to crisis and rules. 2 with 3 life. We're advancing pretty decently. Do I? Nah, I forgot to get rid of bounces. Pushing strike is a 7. We can work with this. Shame is only we don't have yet something that increases power based on difference. It's 5 to 9. It's 6 to wait. Sharpen your blade. If you not, you actually won't win, huh? That's what I mean. They are probably the strong. Oh, you don't have energy. Why? Don't do this to me, my friend. I guess try to win 1 clash. I have half a injury. Ah, maybe the one main weapon could have been worked here. Shame, nonetheless. Stagger. Ah, shame. It had just enough thought that maybe if it wins the clash, it will have a stagger like this. There's no problem. This one is the one that we can slash. For Speedy Gonzalez. All stagger, huh? Yes. Do something crazy. There is someone, Danielle, which is red hair. Oh, and I would say that's probably the one that was going the best, no? Major weapon here and here, just in case. Punk 104. Damn. Still need more. You have to do a hit with 150 damage. So it's going to need a lot more power, seems like it. Maybe with later mechanics to increase damage. But yeah, that one is... well, it's... I would say it's harder, but funny enough, some people tend to say it's one of the easier ones to do. I tend to not manage to do something like that. Mannequin 4839 and 48 for a 2 cost, huh? 2 costs, my friends, which is close to rivaling the 3 costs. Use that crazy word, these dice. And you concussion on successful blunt attack deal 2 bonus stagger damage and speed dice. Everyone is giving the copies now, so we can try and focus fire one. You. It shows. No way. Extract his view. Getting power, so getting the full bonus. 5 to 16. Alright, don't need to defend against that one. But you are Sakura, so you're not going to do all that much. Anyways. Yeah, resetting the values of these ones. It's alright, I suppose. I guess it's not another option, huh? You're way too blunt, huh? Punk. Endure to pierce. Nice. As long as it wins clashes. 2 staggers. Why is something to clean? What's this? Oh yeah. The speed difference, so having her here would have not been that bad actually. The speed. Use the notice it. Damn, I'm going to get hit with the complete blunt there, huh? And here too. Not good. Sakura. The first one is the strong, so you don't think they're going to have faith? Let's just use the car. Use for using it. Block the damage, so it's alright. Oh, lost the light one. Hey! Not bad. Considering I had lower values there because it's technically a 1 cost page. What more can I ask for? Still. Sharp nails here. Going to receive the attack from there. Need to extract fuel for counter crisis. If I have to extract fuels, the next one is going to be a normal page technically. Stream edge, I suppose. Give quite a bit of cards. Maybe let Hanafuda die. Seems her usefulness is coming to a limit. Oh, I did die. Wrong utilized the card then. Excellent. Offensive dice gain, defensive dice roll a 1. Ah, wait, well, not the best option, I will admit. Extreme edge, you have enough speed for counter crisis here and here. Rehearsal, you can actually overcome the crisis too. Quite close there. 3 life, there we go. A waste of an ego page, I have to say. Would we start to blame but myself? It's alright, Henry, we already won. These ones are already dying and... Aha! No, well I guess that's fine too. The speed sure is being a bit annoying. Ooh, yeah. Was first the 8 speed. Shame nonetheless. Oh. The change in music. Oh, don't worry, friend. Losing is not an option anymore. Well, it's not a result that's going to happen. Take this one that does have decently high clashes. Which one is the one with most health? Is sharp nails. Counter of sharp nails. Oh, a shame. Roll the 10. There goes the weighty puppet. Nimble puppet. Yeah, seems Hanafuda has to be to the drawing board once more. Shame. Ah, actually, not I remember. First row made, well, complete, I suppose. More correct to say. Puppet. Didn't get
저
Book of
인형들 정신은 박혀 있었지?
weighty puppet. Those puppets were conscious somehow, right?
그런 것 같아. 책도 꺼낼 수 있었고
They appear so. We could resolve books from them too.
자신의 의지는 멀쩡했지만 인형실이 시키는 대로 몸을 움직이는 것 같았어.
Although they didn't have control over their bodies, they still seemed to have minds of their own.
그들은 온전한 감각과 감정을 느끼며 그 모습을 봐야 했고
And they had to witness with their own, their own bodies being tough along by strings while their senses were intact.
그렇다면
Does that mean?
맞아. 인형사도 뒤틀림이야.
Yes, the puppeteer is a distortion,
인형들은 그 부산물이고
and those puppets were its byproducts.
자신의 하위 개체를 만드는 환상체도 많이 봤으니 납득할 수 있는 현상이야.
I have seen several abnormalities that could create underlings for themselves, so I can understand this to be a similar case.
쎄 빠지게 돈 벌고 인형 취급당하는 꼴이라니.
For folks working their ass off only to be treated like dolls.
난 인형들의 마음을 잘 알겠던걸.
I could understand their feelings well.
나도 같은 처지였으니까.
After a while, I used to be a puppet myself.
저 인형들한테도 자유를 줄 수 있어?
Can't those puppets be free at all?
인형살을 죽이면 인형실은 풀리겠지만 남은 건 누더기 인형뿐이겠지.
Killing the puppeteer might free them from attached strings, but they will remain rough
그
dolls.
모습대로 살고 싶긴 할지 모르겠는걸.
I must wonder if they will still want to live in that form.
그렇군. 역시 쉽게 복원할 수 있을 리 없겠지.
Yeah, fair enough. It couldn't be that simple.
보자. 사회의 층이라.
Just
담당 지정 사선은 헤세드.
The floor of social science, the patron laborance, she said.
이건 커피 냄새인가?
Is this the smell of coffee?
안녕 롤랑.
Hey, Roland.
우선 여기 편하게 앉아서 커피라도 마시고 있어.
Here, why don't you take a comfy seat and drink some coffee?
안녕 헤세드. 굉장히 살갑게 대해주니 고마운걸.
Oh, hi, she said. I'm a bit flattered by your hospitality.
사소들끼리 힘내야 하지 않겠어?
But to show some solidarity with a fellow librarian, no?
어디 오랜만에 한번 마셔볼까?
Alright, guess I will try my first coffee in a while.
이거 커피 맞아? 상한 거 아니야?
Is this really coffee? You sure it's not spoiled?
그럴 리가 없어. 분명 질 좋은 케냐 더블비 커피일 텐데.
That's all. I'm sure to brew high quality Kenya BB.
아직 도서관 안에서 물질 구현 능력이 완전하지 않은 건가?
Maybe you haven't quite mastered the art of reconstructing materials within the library yet?
아우, 한번 마셔봐.
That one still makes me laugh. When do you try it yourself?
그럼 잠깐만 실례해?
If you will excuse me.
전혀 문제없는 향긋한 커피인걸?
It's a perfectly fine cup of fragrant coffee, though.
이렇게나 신데? 이게 커피라고?
But it's way too bitter. Are you sure this is coffee?
이 커피는 원래 좀 산미가 높긴 한데.
This blend is known for being acidic, to be fair.
뭐? 원래 커피라는 건 텁텁하게 쓰거나 대충 설탕 넣어서 달게 먹는 거 아니야?
What? Isn't coffee just supposed to be a stuffy bitter drink you can put sugar in?
혹시 롤랑은 뒷골목 출신이야?
Say, Roland, are you from the back streets?
뭐 그렇긴 해.
Well, kind of, yeah.
어쩐지 예전에 칼리에게 커피를 타줬을 때와 똑같은 반응이네.
I knew it. You gave me the exact same reaction Callie made back when I brewed coffee for her.
칼리는 누군데?
Who's Callie?
개브라야, 붉은 안개.
It's Gabora. Ever heard of the Red Mist?
붉은 안개가 나와 같은 표정을 지었을 생각하니 웃기네.
Oh, I was expecting more words. Boy, it's kind of funny to imagine that the legendary Red Mist made the same expression as mine from drinking some coffee.
맞아. 그때 표정은 정말 보기 좋았지.
Her face was priceless, alright.
첫 번째 삶의 이야기지?
You're talking about your first life, right?
우리가 외곽의 연구실에서 연구하고 있을 때
Yep. Back when we were at laboratories in the outskirts.
분위기가 제법 좋았나 봐.
I guess things were cherry back then.
좋았지. 한동안은
The mood was upbeat for a while.
도시 어느 화려한 곳보다도 외곽의 그 초라한 연구실이 나에겐 아늑했어.
It was just a shabby laboratory suite situated in a corner of the outskirts. But for me, it was cozier than any luxurious place within the city could be.
그러던 중 비극이 어느 순간 닥친 거고.
And then tragedy suddenly befalls.
갑자기는 아니었던 것 같아. 서서히 스며든 거지.
I won't say it was sudden. It's slowly seeping in rather.
이해 못할 건 아니야.
I can get it.
나에게 있었던 일도 어쩌면 갑자기 들이닥친 게 아닌 것 같거든.
I sometimes think that maybe the trick event that struck me didn't come out of nowhere.
이미
After all.
찾아가고 있던 거지. 시작부터 글러먹었으니.
I was already getting drenched in it. It was doomed to happen from the beginning.
난 시작부터 틀렸다고 말한 적 없는걸?
I never really said things weren't wrong from the start, though.
내 경우가 그렇다는 거지.
Just talking about my experience.
아무튼 커피는 맛있다고는 못하겠지만 고마웠고 앞으로 잘 부탁해.
Anyways, the coffee didn't really suit my taste, but I appreciate it. Let's give it this work our best shot.
시간은 아직 있으니 천천히 이야기해보자고.
You bet. We still have plenty of time, so let's talk things out of our leisure.
그리고 이제는 칼리도 커피를 잘 마시니 롤랑도 곧 마실 수 있을 거야.
Kelly's now fond of coffee after trying it for some time, so I'm sure you can eventually come to enjoy it, Roland.
그럴 수 있다면 좋겠네.
Well, here's hoping. But yeah, I just remember maybe what we can... Oh, Pinocchio, Scarecrow, and Red Hood Mercenary when we have things for next episode. Or for this one, just to not make it just enough short, 45 minutes. Which, funny considering that short, right? Maybe we can do one of the general invitations. So let me see the requirements. I come back. Well, actually, why seek the requirements, right? If we are being honest, it's very just. Ah, no, I did get one of the weighty puppet. Excellent. I'm going to use one of the books that are not for story, and that's all from. Actually, don't remember in which stage we are. It's urban play, urban legend. No, a series, urban legend. Have to speak. Oh yeah, speed, concussion, and puppet skeleton. Pretty good. Pages. A natural blunt dice and speed. Not like Pamela or Pamela. Refresh and automatic movement. Refresh being very good one. 3 costs, very good rolls and draws a page. Creek use a pretty solid 2 costs for blunts. And even for everyone, a 5 to 8 with 2 costs. In this point is pretty good. Purple gesture, 1 more with draw, and also flinks. Feeble, disarm and buy, no? Use 4 days. Like the Backstreet's rules, when our Backstreet's what was clean. Well, the sweeper's page, 1 cost to resort to light with 3636 input values, 34 if you are going to use the blunt power rules, or 4. Actually, do they gain? No, they didn't maintain, but it was more the sweepers, right? The ones that maintain +1 defense die. 2 haste to make sure you have 2 flashes, and here we go. A 0 cost to 724 with restore light. Decent 0 cost and mannequin in case you want a defensive one. There are alright, looks like it. But yeah, if we're being honest, probably you need, let's say, Layla. Indeed. Like make, well, no need to make a dice. Continues with just but get rid of this thing. Better to use 1 spirit remake, 1 from the puppets. No need to do the how do you call it? The attribution just yet. We can do it with normal 1 for soul creature to repress flesh. Nice. Only 1. Well, actually, yeah, I guess maintaining this one doesn't need to have full. How do you call it? 3-6, 3-7, 2 gigs, 1 0 cost. What are you, my friend? To provocate. The draw is going to come from these ones, so technically we don't need 1 more, but I guess just in case 0 cost 1 from page. You never know, right? Quit. Well, yeah, it's not necessary multiple 3 costs. This is for Emma's because of the high level acrobatics. 7 association fixer is going to be 2 axe. Plasming vulnerabilities. When attacking a target with damage type, they're weak or fatal to deal +1 damage. What do they do? Engagement. Add Engard to user's hand. Engard. To cost combat page with a slash. 6 to 10 die. Selves on use give 1 strength to target themselves in next scene. With a single slash. Do they have, well, maybe the captain going to have a single strike? Repost. On clash win 1 power to next die. And flesh. On clash win deal 4 stagger damage inflict 1 fragile next scene. Very well done, friends. I haven't seen these ones before. There's ones from my time. Well, this is of course a lot of the general invitations I didn't get to play, but didn't test these pages. We could speak about promotion if this succeeds. Even if it's valuable intel, it is worth risking our lives over. We can get precious intel on weeks things way, yeah. No, I wanted to use Yesod's. Well, maybe actually. Meh. Red of Torment. A dragon page. Well, actually it's the same speed, so it doesn't matter. And Creek, that soldier boy. And you can, I guess, draw 1 page. Which one is the one that's going to get the less damage? Yes, 10 crit these ones, right? The ones are getting singular strikes. Oh, he almost lost there, huh? Wrath of Torment. Ooh, you managed to roll an 8. Crazy stuff. Pretty much a lot of health, that's for sure. Well, not hell, I guess. They're beginning to have not so much weaknesses. Another Wrath of Torment, maybe with some... Nah, it's alright. Wrath of Torment. Get hit, friend. Lose a bit of your health. You can use the gigging. What is a 5 to 39? Oh, that's alright, sorry. The first block first. Extreme edge once again. And draw 1 more. And you, for your part, you can do your rehearsal in case not record out that much. Ooh, yes, I knew it. Was not going to get into clash. Damn. Having problem clashing, huh? And I forgot to upgrade the pages. Because like technically the yellow one is no reason for it to not have it into the decks. In case for one of the sharp nails it's going to draw a page and sharp nails doesn't do anything technically, also something special. Maybe it requires stagger resist. J doesn't have special modifiers in both, and the other one we can use it at least 1 time and it's going to restore us Blending Edge. One page. 2. Extract fuel, yeah, they're resisting a decent amount of damage, that's for sure. This was a foolhardy plan. How long do I have to keep this up until I get a new lease on life? To use Predator power to the fullest. Minimum value. make that dodge one even better. Wrong, no, Eliza. Well, yeah, actually, Eliza is going to survive too, so it's alright, I suppose. And this one is standing. Needs extract the fuel. Just in case. Punk. Here we go, getting test motion. Guess they won't just hand it for free. 14. Going to survive. 8 HP, huh? No problem. Let's begin. Get the motion level she needs. Liza. I don't plan to die like this. But you did, my friend. You sure did. But yeah, I could have replaced one of the sharp nails. The Blood Torment, no, it's alright. 4. What is his name? Repress 4 to 9. Technically, not better values. Well, at least not the first one. Who is double blunt, so it's going to get all the power of the blunt dice power. And draws a page, which this one just doesn't do. Dante's speed die, this one's still normal. Grasping vulnerability is the same. Information assessment. At the end of the scene, a random enemy resistance to a random damage type changes to normal for the scene. Chosen from resistance are endure or normal. Seeing through weaknesses. If the character attack an enemy last seen with a damage type they're weak to and the enemy has 5 or more stacks of fragile at the end of the scene, the resistance against the type becomes fatal for the rest of the act. Pretty specific, you know? To fragile 1, so yeah, you will have to accumulate a lot. I guess bosses, sure, if it's a single target boss. You can accumulate 5 fragiles next scene, because fragile is not bleed, right? It's not going to disappear the moment you hit one time, but still. Quite a high amount. 5 to 9, 5 to 9, 3 to 8, the classic values. Clash win was max roll value of last die. It's going to be 3 to 12 if it manage to win. Yeah, pretty. This is high value one, I guess, because it's slash, blunt slash. Not going to gain the benefits completely of a single type of dice. Get yourself ready, just don't get impatient. Oh, but you are targeting just the one that can't win the clash. Do I can kill you, Dantes? Hope you didn't want to maintain your life. Get rid of the Rod of Torment this one. Oh wait. No, yeah, Rod of Torment this one. You have die. No half draw, you half draw. Get rid of Dantes. Let's disarm her or it. We don't know the Yen. At least in winter first class. The gender. Yes, extract fuels. Begins with offensive, not defensive, like geek. Blunt dice gain power. I guess that's why we will use Nibble Puppet to gain a bit of speed. That's right. You can do it to the one that already gains bonuses. So it's given strength and guard. One strength to target and self next scene. And overcome the crisis. We're going too close to dying, so no need to deal more damage there. The rehearsal and draw one page. You refresh flesh. You are done for, my friend. Can you win? Hope you do, right? Excellent. Stagger. Dead. Damn, boy. No way. How could I have died? Too close. Excellent, you know. Considering that that one had more probabilities of losing than winning the clashes. Excellent. Jesus. The light, no need to do it, that one. Crick that boy. Don't know if it was the best choice of words. Stagger, 22, 9 HP left. Oh, you won the clash. Oh, come on. I guess, yeah. How not win the clashes with those trolls, my friend? Courtesy enough, I suppose. Because of speed. And extract fuel. There, everyone should be dying. It's an axe, right? The ones they have the weighty puppets. It's not a arm axe like the puppets with an actual arm on an axe for the combat page. No, nothing different. Seven Association Fixer and Dante. Yeah. Well, at least there are 3 Dantes, so if need be, it's a speed dice with a 80 health pool. And it's going to make one enemy with Endure to normal. That one doesn't lose his effectiveness, even if you can activate it, because it's always active. I don't know about this one. The repose is pretty decent, 3748. That can add 1 power to the other die. And flesh. Use 2 calls for 1 trial. I don't know if it justifies. I guess it's damage, but it's the thing with single dice. It's not very good to increase emotion and not for clashes. You're going to win, let's say, against this Molinet, right? You're going to win the first clash, maybe, and then lose health to the other 2. There is one more card, right? Wasn't there? And guard, this one doesn't do fragile. You cannot do it. Oh no, yeah, it was limited to fragile maxi. Right, okay. And that's going to be all for today's episode. Use 1 hour in time. There's going to be one more episode tomorrow, so that's why I didn't want to be so lengthy. But now we have options, continuing the story or... Well, I guess both of them are story, but Terror of Urban Nightmare. Or these fights. I guess... technically, I still won't use it, maybe? Because it will be only one vulnerability page compared to 3. So it's going to be a low emotion level, so we maybe continue to Rose. We'll see what I decide tomorrow, but still, hope you like today's episode, and hope to see you tomorrow, right, for the next one. Bye bye!